G'day, and welcome back to Beaver Creek, episode number 4 in our Let's Play series, and we are up and running. Well, I say that. It's been a few days. So why has it been a few days? Well, Stevie brought out the update to the map, which was great. Added a few extra things in there, which was all well and good. And then we went to, he did say that it would require a new game save. So we experimented by trying to copy across the game save and sort of do that. No, didn't work. We had some glitches. So the first glitch I had was seasons was all out of whack. So even though it started off in the third, fourth day of spring, I had all my crops were at harvest. So all the fields were at harvest state. So I thought, okay, no worries. So we reset that. Went back in again and then came back in, and first day of spring, and all the grass was fully grown, which was okay. The fields were back to the state where they should be. So I thought, right, let's continue on. So we continued on, and we actually recorded this episode and mowed some grass and did all that sort of stuff that Lord of the Grass loves to do, and was just waiting for our temperature to get right for our planting of crops, because it was sitting at 3 degrees in early spring. No drama there. However, we went through a couple of play days just to game days just to sort of see where we were, and the ground temperature actually went lower, it didn't go higher. So we actually had frozen ground in the middle of spring. So that was obviously another glitch. So, and obviously each time I've done a reload, I've adjusted the figures of the stock of like the greenhouses or the sheep or whatever else, but I still had to get the fields to the same state. So currently all the fields that we own were ploughed and fertilised with manure, so they had to be done. So that took a couple of hours for each to set up. Anyway, on the third attempt, the plough state didn't change, so I'm like, oh, here we go. So I thought we weren't going to get anywhere. Anyway, fourth time lucky, we've all set up again. So we're back to where we were. As you can see, we've still got our 10 pigs, 10 sheep and 10 cows. They're all nicely fed. We have, what we did do is we also off camera set up all our greenhouses. They're churning away now. So if I bring up the HUD there, that's bringing in our greenhouse crops. So down here, we can see that's all trundling away nicely. And we started to, so we refertilized, ploughed, and now we've started planting, because our temperatures are of a suitable temperature to start planting. So currently we've sown wheat into 7, 8 and 10, and we're just finalising the sowing of grass on field 1. So if I highlight that there, so you can see grass on field 1. That's where we're at. So today what we're going to do is we're going to get in and do some planting. Most notably we'll do 5, 6, 11, 12, 13. The other ones we'll do while we're recording, just because of the fact they're a little bit easier to do. So what we'll do is we'll actually set one of these guys up, and they can get down and plant potatoes in number 9. Now yes, these are a modded horse planter, and they do potatoes. They're a little bit quicker than the normal as well, but Cheaty McCheatface says we'll just do it anyway. So we'll take this guy down to field 9 and we'll get him running. So yeah, it's been a bit of a dilemma in getting this all up and running. So I'd also planned on getting a couple of new mod reviews done, and also getting some more episodes of our Sherwood Park Farm 24-day seasons challenge. But nonetheless, I've spent all my time trying to resurrect this. So anyway, but we're back. So the other problem I actually think is, for some reason on this last one I removed the one of the geos. I think it's the Midwest. It's one of the American geos. I think it was the Midwest. And then everything was fine. So I don't know whether I've got a corrupted geo mod, so I'm going to have to investigate that a little bit further, but that'll be done separate to this this game save as now. All right, Now what we also did is on one of the other fields we were actually meant to already plant potato, but we didn't change the crop. So we're going to change the crop now so we don't forget. So we're on potato, and we're just going to send him along, and away he goes. Right, so he's going to plant his potatoes, and hopefully he probably won't have enough quite to finish that field, but anyway, that's okay. Meanwhile, this guy here should be on about his last run, planting of the grass. Yeah, he's on his last run. He's struggling up that hill. I mean, look at it, is quite a steep section of hill there, so that's understandable. Anyway, we'll run down here and we'll grab this other tractor and planter and we'll head out. So I hope everyone is doing really well. Now I'm not sure. In fact, no, I don't think I did. So we hit 200 subs. So well, we actually hit 200 subs, went to 202, and then we dropped back down to 198, and then we're back to 200 again. The life of watching the YouTube subs. But nonetheless, we're at 200. We hit the 200. So firstly, thank you to all my subscribers and the subscribers that have stayed with us, and those new subscribers that have joined recently. And yeah, so we're gonna continue on. It was quite interesting actually. Somehow the Beaver Creek episode 1 episode got posted by someone over on Mod Hub US with the Beaver Creek map download, which isn't obviously an official download site of the map. The only official download place for this map currently is from Stevie's Facebook page, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, so they'd linked that that video there as, I don't know, a demonstration of the map or something, and within like a 48-hour period, I had like over 1,000 views, or about 1,000 views. So I wasn't sure where all the views all of a sudden came from, and that's where it was. So that was all right, but we won't say no to that. A bit of promotion, but anyway. So what we're going to do here? We're going to plant. Let me think about it. We'll put corn in here. All right. So what we'll do is we'll bring up our GPS, and we'll quickly do that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so yeah, we got quite a few views. We very quickly, that Beaver Creek episode 1 became the my highest viewed video for my channel thus far. So that was quite a nice surprise. So I don't know who it was that put it up there, but thank you anyway. Not that it's a place that I would normally go to for my mods, or I would send people to go for mods, because I mean, I don't know, others know probably better than I do, but I don't think it's necessarily one of the ones that are, I won't say reputable, but reliable in relation to, I keep forgetting this, is too quick to do that. But yeah, so it's not normally somewhere I would go myself for mods. Oh, what's going on? Alright, Reefy's going to have fun. I just watched his video today where he didn't crash at all, so he's going to be having a bit of a laugh at my expense. So what we'll do, let's see. No, alright, let's piss it off. Let's do it the old way. If in doubt, we'll do it the old way. Alright, what we'll do is we'll do a header and then we'll just do it manually. So yeah. Anyway, yes, I went off track there a little bit. Yeah, so we got to 200 subs, which was great. So we're almost at our goal, which is our next goal after the 100 was the 250 mark. So we'll continue moving on and see if we can get the 250 mark, and go from there. But yeah, I have noticed a bit of a. Well, I've noticed a trend. So I've got more viewers watching my mod reviews, not counting this Beaver Creek one. Well, the Beaver Creek and the Broadacres, I've got more views so far, but they're only a very small series. So I don't know whether it's the fact that no one actually enjoys the 24-day seasons challenge at all, or whether it's just that I don't present that one as well, or whatever. But yeah, so once I've got the first year done on the 24-day seasons challenge, as much as I said I was going to play it longer, I think that one will basically be retired and become just a solo play. So yeah, I'm not so sure on that one, but anyway. And as for the mods, well, there's not all that many mods around that I mean, there's plenty of mods to review, but there's none that I sort of tend to do ones that I sort of enjoy and I think everyone else would enjoy or like to use. In saying that, I have got the Horse DLC pack I haven't finished. I know it's a bit long in the tooth, it's been out a little while now. So I've got that one to finish off. But yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully there'll be another dump of some mods this week, and we'll have some more content to get out in relation to that. Although I did see there's a nice, I think it was a Deutzfahr combine has been released, so I might have a look at that one. But yeah, so we'll have to have a bit of a look-see, go for a bit of a search for some mods. Or alternatively, of course, if you're watching this video and you've seen some mods, or you've got a mod and you'd like a review done of it, or you've seen someone use it and you're not sure of it, drop me a message down below in the comments, and I'll track it down and I'll do a mod review for you. That's probably the easiest. I mean, if you've got something you want to see looked at, then I'm more than happy to do that. Alright, so I haven't seen the weather actually since I've done the this new, whoops, wrong keys. Since I've re-enabled this new save game. So it looks like our spring is a bit of sporadic rains. Every second day is rain. I think in the original version I had a full week of rain. I think every day was supposed to be raining, if I recall correctly. I'd have to go back and have a look at the videos to check, but yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, we're only going to be sowing and then doing a bit of work around the farm generally. The other thing I also have done in preparation while I was waiting for the AI workers to finish ploughing and sowing those 3 fields that are done now is I did a little bit of logging work, just to sort of work out the production side of this map and what Stevie's put in the way of production buildings and stuff. So I have started doing some logging, and we will do some logging. By the time we do it here, you might be sick of it because we might be doing a bit of it on Sherwood Park Farm to get through our winter, but we'll see how we go. But so we've got a Ponzi Scorpion, we've got the custom road train trailers, we've got a little JCB or like a dingo type thing for the stump grinding, and what else we got over there? That's it, and just the low loader to transport the Scorpion and the little JCB thing around. And we've taken a trailer load of compost and manure over to help with the production of, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't pallets. Anyway, we're producing pallets and tables and something else over there, which we'll go and have a look at later or in the next episode or two, as it looks like we're about to get some rain. We've almost finished this this field here, so I think the next field over we'll do sunflower, and then that makes it easy when we come to harvest. We can take the same combine with header from field 5 to field 6. So once we finish here, we'll do a sunflower crop over here. So it's good to see my good friend Jerry is back from his holiday. He went missing for a bit, went on holidays. He also had a trip away for work before that, and then he had no internet because his internet company decided to drop the ball a bit or have a bit of a fault. So yeah, he's back. He's just catching up on watching videos and also putting out some of his videos that he hadn't quite gotten to getting out in that yet, so it's good to find Jerry's come back to us. Not that there's any doubt of it, I suppose, but it's like an old friend returning home. Alright, so sunflowers, so I'll head off, go the opposite way this time. We'll do a header row on here, and then do the up and down. This is a tractor I've had in my mods list for quite some time, the MT800, but I've hardly ever used it. I think it's only really on this map I've actually used it thus far. And while it is okay, it is a bit of a pain in cornering without a steering wheel, because it does tend to be very direct. So probably an excuse and reason to get the steering wheel back out, which I still haven't done. Once my monitor mount comes and I can mount all 3 monitors up off the desk, it'll give me a little bit more room, and I'll be able to have the steering wheel out, and that's due to arrive from the States on this coming Monday, I think it is. That make it the 12th, I think it is, or 11th, thereabouts. So looking forward to having that. Alright, I'll head down here again. So this map, while it is a relatively new, well, it is a new map release. I don't think we've got sugarcane enabled on it. Let's have a look. Sugarcane's listed, but it's not available to grow in seasons. So I need a geo mod, obviously, that will support that. Obviously, the default seasons doesn't do it, or unless that's a bit of a bug I've got carrying over from before, which would be grand, another bug to deal with. But anyway, that's all right. So we'll just do this last head around through here, and then we'll head up and down, and we finish another field nice and quick. Does make a bit of a difference. This thing does an extra 5 or 10 k's an hour. I think it's 10 k's an hour. So it does make a fairly significant difference in the time it takes to plant, and the fact you can also plant basically every crop with it. Is a bit of a bonus as well, particularly for the potatoes. That's probably the crop, apart from sugarcane now. Potatoes was the crop I hated planting the most, because you only could use well, unless you got another mod out, you're basically using the, what is a 3 meter or 4 meter, whatever it is, potato planter. Whereas this gives us, I think it's 15 meters, which is all good. That's it. Not happy with that turning. But anyway. Alright. So what else is there that's happening? The Italia DLC, I think, for European Truck Simulator 2 is either now available or is about to be available. I've seen 1 or 2 videos go up the last couple of hours on it. And I've just received an email as well, not 5 minutes ago, saying that ProMods 2.25 update has been released as well. So a bit of an excuse to get back into ATS and ETS2. Not that I've done a recording yet, and I have planned to, but yeah, it's just not enough time, not enough hours in the day. So we'll see how we go. We may sort of have a look at what we're scheduling and that when we get back after our Christmas break. Sort of shake it up a little bit as well. So we'll see how we go. Problem is, I just have trouble getting I've trouble where I'll get into one game and I'll stay in that one game for so long, because that's what I'm enjoying, and then I'll burn myself out although I'm saying that I haven't done it with this, and I'm at over 2,000 hours now, so mind you think I'd know how to play it properly after 2,000 hours. But yeah, so we'll just see how we go. We might change things up a little bit. We also did in resetting of the game with the troubles I had with getting it up and running again. We have swapped out a couple of the mods again too. So, for instance, I got rid of the grimy. Is a potato harvester or sugar beet harvester? I think it's a sugar beet harvester, and replaced it with the Roper Tiger 2. I think it is. I think I've done the Tiger 2. Or it could have been the Panther 6 that I reviewed recently. Just for something a bit different to use. And what else did we do? When I did the first rehash on the new version of the map, I forgot to bring in all the horse equipment as well, so we've brought that back in. So we've got the horse dry fertilizer spreader. We've got the overloader. Not that we'll probably use it too much because of the fact that this map doesn't really have any fields big enough that requires an overloader. What else we got from horse? We got the seeders. We got 2 seeders. Slurry spreader. That's about it. I think we haven't got a lot of it, but anyway, nice to use the new stuff. I do like some of the horse stuff, particularly the fertilizer. The fertilizer spreaders, because they're on tracks, and I just think they look different, and they respond well. I think they're just quite a good model and unit to use. So yeah, that's why we're using it. Oh, I've got the horse fertilizer sprayer too, the self-propelled fertilizer sprayer, which I will tend probably not to use as much as the fertilizer spreaders, because they tend to respond better behind the tractor than what the fertilizer spray does, because it just jumps all over the place with the terrain mod on. Alright, so there we go. We've now seeded 2 maps, 2 fields, 2 maps. We'll have a quick look. So we've got our corn and we've got our sunflowers there. Our grass is finished. This guy here, why's he stopped? Let's go and have a bit of a look. He's out of potatoes. Okay. What we'll do is we'll fold him up and we'll send him back to get some potatoes. He must have not been fully loaded. Whoops. It's the only thing I can think of with him. Well, I'm pretty sure he was. Now we could bring the maintenance truck over and refill him here, but 6 Tough doesn't the other at the moment, so we'll just go over and fill him up at the Seedmaster 2017 and then bring him back. Windmill's powering along there nicely. What we will do actually while we're here is we'll just bring this guy in along behind as well. So this is the one of the horse seeders we've got. Put him on follow me. Oh, don't know what that was. Alright. Away we go. Back down to the farm. Very deceiving, this hill here, or the descent. I did come flying down here in the K100 earlier, and forgot about the fact that it was a fairly significant descent, and had a lot of trouble pulling it up. It was fully laden with some logs. It was actually in the test build I was doing it, so I made a copy of the save and I was doing some testing just to make sure everything was working all right instead of doing it on this one. And yeah, it got a little bit messy. Alright, so we'll just leave him there behind, the guy behind us, and we'll load up with seed. Just pretend there's an invisible pipe that's being fed to the seeder. Nothing to see here. Okay. You ready to go again? So we'll head off back down to field 9 and we'll continue on with our seeding. So I also saw on Facebook that Bullet Bill's West Coast final update, I think it's version 2, I think he's calling it, but his final update is he's going through final testing in that now, and that will be released very soon. I also saw on, I think it was PCSG, so no, actually no, it was in one of the Discord channels actually. Somebody was talking about Black Sheep Modding's upcoming map, and I can't think of the name of it. Apparently that's fairly close to being released too, so that'll be another good map to keep an eye out for. Might have to go and have a look. I haven't actually seen too much on that map as yet, so we'll certainly have to go and investigate that one. So in the meantime, we'll unfold him and come into position. The only bad thing about this thing is the way it interacts with the ground. The furrows interact with the ground even when it's folded up. But anyway, you get that. I've lined myself up well enough. We'll find out. It seems to be. Yeah. Okay. So off he goes. All right. Now what we'll do is let's head over to the logging area. Okay. So over here we've got our logging area. So there's our Scorpion and our little JCB with the stump grinder on it. There's our custom road train trailers, UAL log trailers. So as you can see here, oh that's right, we were doing saplings. So we've grown some saplings. That was using some water and manure and compost, obviously to set up the seeding. And then over here, we've started the production of some tables. We've got a couple of tables there, which was done by dropping off some timber. And I think we've also produced some wood chips. Yeah, we dropped off a half load of timber in here, just to sort of make sure everything was working fine. So that's what we got there. So I'm just going to empty out the compost from this, because I need to bring the trailer back over to the farm. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll head back over. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Oh, that's right, we've got the different I keep forgetting we've got the extra cameras in this truck. There you go, Reefy. Alright. So we'll go to the scenic route. So I don't know if, I think I said on the first episode, I'm not sure if it occurs on this map, but on some of the other maps, I know for Sherwood Park Farm, for instance, some of the water crossings, if you use the water crossing with a course play course, the vehicles won't go all the way through. I think it's only if you get a warning if you normally get the warning about stopping in the water when you drive through it manually, then it won't work with course play. If you don't get the warning, like for instance on that one, then course play should work fine. So we'll do a test probably on the next episode and see how that goes. All right, so back into the farm. All right, just leave him there for now. Now we'll go over and see what our seed stock's like. 27,000. Probably could start doing some more seeding, seed production, that is. I had another tractor over there. No, I don't. All right, well, we'll take this guy here and refill his seeds, and we'll go up the top and do field 11, 12 or 13. We'll get them underway. And then once we'll do that with AI on this one, and then we'll probably leave the episode there. And actually, oh, that's a bit interesting. All right, so we'll head over there now, and we'll get them going. So on these smaller fields, I might put in. Let me see what we're going to put in. Might put in a couple of barley fields. It's got wheat there in number 10. So what's this one up here? It's going to be number 12, the first one, isn't it? Which is one of the small ones. So we'll put barley in 12 and 13 is what we'll do. Whoops. There we go. All right. Unfold him. So the other thing is too, you probably may or may not have noticed, I think episode 3 we finished in day 3 of early spring. We're obviously only in day 2 of early spring here, but because we're already at the proper ground temperature, I didn't want to waste any more time and losing any time for our planting, so that's why we've done that. All right, so while we let him go off, we'll sign off from here for this one tonight or today, wherever you are, and we'll continue on in episode 5, where we'll continue on with our planting. So we'll do 11, 13, and we've got 1, 2, 3 to go. So we've got 5 fields left to plant, and from there we then start doing some grass work, because we should be able to get our first level of grass very soon thereafter. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us here at Beaver Creek. Hope you enjoyed the episode. It is a little bit disjointed, I know, because we're just trying to sort of get our head around and back into the game, so to speak. But I think right now we should be good to go. Everything seems stable, and next time we come back, we'll be hard at work again. So until next time, this is Duckzorly Gaming, and look after yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Thanks very much. Bye.